Everybody, today I'm fixing a problem that has annoyed me for quite a while now. As you see, when I open the big bay doors, I gotta grab the frame to open it, and that seems silly, so I decided I'm gonna make some handles for both of the doors. So to start out, I'm making the actual mounting piece for the handles. I'm using 1/4 by 2 inch flat stock. I measured out the center to center measurement between the two frame pieces on the doors. So I will lay out the holes for that, drill them out to 1/2 inch because I want to use a decently sized bolt so the handles are good and sturdy. I'm using the same material as my backer bars for my handle ends. I wanted to be able to anchor them to the end pieces a little better, so I am going to drill a bunch of holes out where I want each piece of rebar to sit so I can weld it from the back and then weld them all together on the front side. When I drill the holes to the final size, I'm actually going to be using a step bit because I want to leave a little material in there to act as a stopper. When I put the rebar into the hole, I'll be able to hold it nicely and tack it from the other side. Also makes the second end easier because then I can just hold all of them in the hole at the same time, tack it all together, and then I'm ready to weld all of it up and get ready to start twisting the handles. You know that feeling you get when you're like, dang, I swear I'm forgetting something, but you just can't place it? Yeah, that's how I usually feel about grabbing my welding sleeves before actually welding. But now that they're all done, welded up, it's time to move on to trying to figure out how I'm going to twist the actual handles. And I do have a torch that I'm planning on using since I'm clearly not strong enough to bend this by hand. But the reason I'm not using it right now is because I'm impatient and my tanks are actually empty, so I'm gonna go get them filled in the next day or so. I'll come back and we can finish this project. 7 months later. So clearly it took me more than a couple days to get my tanks filled because I decided to prioritize, well, literally everything else. But now I got the tanks filled and the torch going, so I'm going to heat up the entire handle to get a couple starting twists going on it. Then I will go through and heat each individual little section to get the tight twist that I'm going for on these. It is significantly easier to do this after heating it with a torch. Don't really know why I thought I'd be, strong enough to get this tight of a twist on 4 pieces of rebar by hand, but I'm stubborn and I at least had to try. And it all turned out. I got the torch now, it's okay. I'm doing it the right way. As I was finishing up, I was trying to get the last little bit of twist I wanted in it, but as I pushed on it, I bent all of it down slightly, and I thought about fixing it, but actually I think it gives it a little more character, so I'm just gonna run it. Plus, the other one came out a bit straighter, and I'm getting it all tacked up so I can weld it to the backer bars. Then I'll get this all cleaned, painted, and then I'll show you the final result. With the handle all done, painted, and tape off, nothing left to do but install it. So, let's go. To get these handles installed, I used my center punch to make a mark where I wanted to start drilling out the holes. I'm going to use 3 different bit sizes to slowly step up to the 1/2 inch that I'm using for my bolts. With the holes all drilled out, it was time to pop the bolts and the handle through the frame, and I'm using nylock nuts for this, so once I impact them on and get them all snug, hopefully I won't ever have to worry about them coming loose, because there will be a decent amount of pressure on the handle to open the door and close it every time we use it. And that's it. Handles are installed, and well, I guess this is your B-roll. I honestly, how do I B-roll a door handle? So this is what I got.